TavernQuest, trial version. Type New Game to begin. Invalid command. New game. Type help for assistance. Demo, the Malevolent Mage. Your adventure begins at the general store, where you can buy any goods an adventurer might require. It's a dusty and cluttered locale, but a necessary stop for your quest. You see the shopkeeper eating a ham sandwich. He's a burly old dwarf with tiny spectacles poking out of his bushy beard. As you catch his attention, he sets his sandwich down and licks his fingers.
Aha! An adventurer you must be,
Says the shopkeeper.
My name is Brad Shopkeep Man, and this is my store, Brad's Store. Take a look around and talk to me if you'd like to buy something.
He eats the last bite of his sandwich and throws his napkin into a garbage bin. You walk past many interesting displays of powerful weapons and items to further examine the garbage bin. It appears to be full of garbage. You hop over the counter and begin stuffing handfuls of garbage into your pockets. The shopkeeper watches in confusion.
Ah, my garbage?
He says,
Are you sure you didn't mean to look at the weapon display? Ah, no need to worry,
you say.
I am simply aiding the village however I see fit, demonstrating how courteous and honorable I am. I noticed your garbage bin needed emptying, and so now I am helping you.
You begin to eat the garbage.
Pardon me, I do feel a bit peckish, you say.
The shopkeeper is terrified. You eat all the garbage. There is no more garbage. In the bin, in the shop, in your pockets. All gone.
Congratulations,
says the shopkeeper.
You ate all the garbage. Anywho, what would you like to buy?
For no discernible reason, you approach the calm shopkeeper and begin to attack him.
I have decided that you shall die for my own amusement, Brad Shopkeepman,
you explain.
I hope that you can put your own self-interests aside so that I may accomplish this goal of mine.
Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands. You strike the unsuspecting shopkeeper repeatedly with your bare fists.
I wonder why I didn't equip a weapon,
you think to yourself while standing inside of a shop that sells weapons. The shopkeeper begins screaming.
Help! Somebody help me!
He shouts.
There's a crazed loon in my shop! He's beating me up and he ate my garbage!
You continue to pummel the poor shopkeeper.
Stop squirming around so much,
you say.
Just let me punch you, you stupid dwarf!
The innocent shopkeeper collapses to the floor in a puddle of blood, dead by your hand.
A job well done,
you say.
Now that my bloodlust has been sated, I shall concentrate on my very important quest. The first step of my very important quest, looting this guy's corpse,
you say. You thoroughly search the pockets of the shopkeeper's dead body. You take note from Brad.
weapon, but I don't want to waste any time choosing one, you say. I'll just grab the nearest object I can find. How about this can of beans?
You equip the can of beans. You exit the shop. You are now outside. You are surrounded by dense forest. A trodden road extends in both directions. A sign advertises Brad's store to highway travelers, though the shop is now eerily quiet. Invalid command, go Wizard Tower. Type help for assistance. You blindly trudge through the forest until you come to a clearing. You see some movement in the nearby bushes, and you feel you're being watched. Investigate? Yes or no? Invalid command, go Wizard Tower. Yes or no prompts should be answered with either yes or no. Type help for assistance. You make a cautious foray into the brush to see what is hiding within. You discover a scared group of adorable gnomes. One of the gnomes approaches you.
Oh, traveler, he says. I am Huggy the Gnome. Our clan is being hunted by monsters. Please help us.
Accept quest from Huggy the Gnome. Find monsters. Yes or no? You tell the gnome to go away.
Boo-hoo!
Cries Huggy the Gnome.
Perhaps you may be of use to me, gnome,
You say to Huggy.
Tell me, tiny one, might you direct me to the nearest tower of an evil wizard?
Huggy the Gnome looks at you curiously.
The secret wizard's tower? It's mighty strange that you know of it already,
He says. He then tells you the way to access the wizard's tower through the forest.
Of course. I hope you won't forget about us helpless gnomes after you visit that tower.
Following Huggy the Gnome's immaculate directions, you make your way towards the wizard's tower. You arrive at a large stone tower emerging from the lush thicket of the forest. The hulking obelisk towers over the surrounding canopy, with decorative turrets jutting outwards like claws. Ivy overgrowth crawls up the structure's exterior, leading you to wonder, is this long abandoned or reclusively inhabited? An imposing wooden door is the only viable entrance you see. Ever the intrepid explorer, you burst through the door into the wizard's tower.
Hearken and fear me, O foes of mine!
You shout. You take a few practice swings at the air with your can of beans to showcase your prowess. You are now inside the wizard's parlor. Cobwebs and moss speckle the damp room. A table and 2 broken chairs sit next to a dusty fireplace, and there's an armoire in the corner. As you step further into the room, you suddenly hear an imposing, ethereal voice echoing through the tower's halls.
Halt, intruder! You are entering the domain of the nefarious Bill the Wizard,
says the omnipresent voice.
Leave this place at once, or I will melt your feeble little brain with my evil wizard powers.
Invalid command. Open arm roar. Type help for assistance. Inside the armoire, you see can of beans, rusty key.
Methinks it is time for a weapon upgrade,
You say. You toss out your old can of beans and replace it with the shiny new can of beans.
Now I will be unstoppable.
You head towards the stairs that lead further up the tower. Before you can start up the stairs, the echoing voice of the wizard returns.
Foolish interloper, you did not heed my warning. You have incurred the wrath of Bill. Now my guardian will dispose of you.
You hear vicious snarling as the wizard summons his unholy champion before you. An undead wolf materializes. The zombie canine has patches of mangy, decomposing fur sliding off its exposed skeleton. His steely eyes glow a bright yellow. He attacks you. Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands. You hit the undead wolf with your can of beans. It is ineffective. The wolf growls viciously and bites you. You hit the undead wolf with your can of beans. It is ineffective. The wolf withdraws and howls ominously at the moon. What is he preparing? You hit the undead wolf with your can of beans. It is ineffective. In response to the wolf's howl, a pack of undead wolves are summoned. You are quickly overwhelmed by the ravenous pack. Your can of beans was insufficient to defeat the undead wolf. The wolf feeds upon your corpse. You are dead. You were torn apart by an undead wolf. Restart encounter? Yes or no? An undead wolf materializes. The zombie canine has patches of mangy, decomposing fur sliding off its exposed skeleton. His steely eyes glow a bright yellow. He attacks you. Before you start combat, you notice a magical wand of lightning on the ground. You instinctively replace your terrible beans with this awesome wand. You feel bad for the can of beans, but it simply isn't powerful enough. Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands. You fire a bolt of lightning at the undead wolf with your wand. The wolf withdraws and howls ominously at the moon. What is he preparing? You again electrify the undead wolf with your wand of lightning. In response to the wolf's howl, a pack of undead wolves are summoned. you are quickly overwhelmed by the ravenous pack. Your lifeless body falls to the floor. The undead wolf feeds upon your corpse. You are dead. You were torn apart by an undead wolf. Restart encounter? Yes or no? An undead wolf materializes. The zombie canine has patches of mangy, decomposing fur sliding off its exposed skeleton. His steely eyes glow a bright yellow. He attacks you. Before you start combat, you notice a shiny sword of fine steel on the ground. You instinctively replace your terrible beans with this awesome sword. You feel bad for the can of beans, but it simply isn't powerful enough. Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands. You swing at the undead wolf with your sword of fine steel. The wolf growls viciously and bites you. Combat. Type Help Combat for list of battle commands. You swing at the undead wolf with your sword of fine steel. You are dead. An undead wolf materializes.
I won, you stupid wolf,
You say. You kick the lifeless pile of bones a few times for good measure. The way up the stairs is now clear. Invalid command. Loot. Waffle. Type. You search the pile of bones. You take nothing. You ascend the spindly wooden stairs to the top of the tower. The voice of the wizard returns, now booming his final warning.
Retreat now and live, adventurer. Bill the wizard will be your doom.
At the top of the stairs is one final door made of heavy stone. A large, rusty lock on the door is all that separates you from the evil wizard inside. You're carrying note from Brad, can of beans, sword of fine steel. You look for a key for the rusty lock. To your great surprise, it appears the conniving wizard does not store his key right next to his door. You walk all the way down the spindly wooden stairs to the bottom of the tower. You are now in the wizard's parlor. You are in the wizard's parlor. At your feet is the pile of bones of an undead wolf. A table and two broken chairs sit next to a dusty fireplace, and there's an armoire in the corner. You hear the ethereal voice of the wizard once again.
Aha! I knew you would be unable to pass my nefarious door of impenetrability.
You loot the undead wolf for a second time. Surprisingly, the undead wolf has not magically generated any more valuables since the last time you looted it. You once again hoof it up the spindly wooden stairs. This takes an appreciable amount of time because you are so very fat.
It is rather perplexing for a noble adventurer like myself to be so very out of shape,
You say to yourself.
Perhaps I would benefit from buying a stairmaster because I am so very, very fat and I am constantly climbing stairs.
At the top of the stairs is one final door made of heavy stone. A large, rusty lock on the door is all that separates you from the evil wizard inside. You hack at the door with your sword of fine steel.
Why won't my fine steel slice through this heavy stone?
You say in frustration. You receive the condition broken hands. You heft your portly self all the way down the stairs again.
Curse this obesity of mine, which is purely a result of my own poor decision-making skills.
You say. You're back in the wizard's parlor. Invalid command. Find secret passage. The find command should be used with objects that actually exist. For example, find armoire. Type help for assistance. You gallivant on out of the tower and into the forest for some reason.
I like trees,
You say, probably. You walk up to a tree, and to your surprise, you find absolutely nothing.
I thought for sure the evil wizard would have hidden his key in this tree in the forest.
You say.
I can't believe I could conceive of such a terrible idea. I'm usually so very good at puzzles.
You hike all the way back through the forest and go all the way back to the starting area. You head inside the shop and decide that yes, this is exactly where you need to be.
Boy, I wonder what old Brad Shopkeepman is up to,
you think to yourself, before remembering that you murdered him. There is nothing of interest inside the shop.